Hello and welcome to the Bearded Hammer YouTube channel. We are here for West Ham Talk, where today we will be talking transfers, Premier League and UEFA Conference League. And without further ado, we will start with transfers because we have been fairly busy in the transfer market. So far we've spent roughly a reported £80 million on four signings, with another 2 possibly to come. So for West Ham, we are going all out. So we'll go with the confirmed transfers first, and then we'll move on to some rumours and some things that maybe are close to getting over the line now. So Alfonso Areola was our backup last year, was on loan from PSG. We have signed him on a permanent deal for somewhere around £8 million. Obviously, these are final figures, I believe, rather than upfront with add-ons. So this is what we could pay in its entirety. So £8 million, a good signing. Played well for us in the Europa League last year. I think with Fabianski having one more season in him, Areola will be a good backup. But again, on the wrong side of 30 for a footballer, really, and we will need someone else coming through the ranks, whether that be Nathan Trott, whether that be bringing in another goalkeeper in the years to come, as a little bit of future planning. Next, we did have Flynn Dowes come in for somewhere around £9.5 million. The Swansea midfielder, out of, say, the top 5 leagues, if you add him into that schematic, had the best passing success rate in any of those leagues. So for us as a midfielder, creativity, composure, looks all right in pre-season. Hopefully he'll be exciting and give us a little bit more depth within that. We then had Naif Agurd. I haven't got a picture of him, unfortunately. He was, I think, our first signing. About £30 million for him. The defender went off injured against Rangers, but has had successful ankle surgery. Could come back to haunt us because you never know how a player's going to come back after surgery, but hopefully he comes back playing his best. Came from Rennes. Big defender. I think was a linear successor to Ogbonna, really. But yes, that's a good signing. We do look like we have Issa Diop going out the door to Fulham for about 12 to 15 million, so that's a little bit of money coming in. But the big boy, Scamacca, I think is how you pronounce his name. The Italian from Sassuolo, around £32 million for him. We now have a striker again. It's only been a long time since we let Sebastian Haller go. Hopefully this guy can come in and do really well for us. He played along Obiang, who sort of was a West Ham scout for us, and fed him the lines. PSG tried to scupper a last-minute deal, but it didn't happen, which is fantastic for us. So about around £32 million all in. Hopefully this man can lead the line for us for years to come, and we'll see him with 100 goals in the Premier League sooner rather than later. But that is our transfer news at the moment. We do have 2 to come, but before then, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed, because there is lots of West Ham related content to come. If you want more Premier League stuff, then go over to FDT-TV. We do a weekly podcast there with a lot of other stuff as well. Go and subscribe there as well, because that's me too. Onana, the man who looks like could be about another £30 million from Lille, the 20-year-old Senegalese midfielder. I don't really know much about him, if I'm totally honest. He's highly coveted. A number of big clubs have been in for him, but we've had a £30 million bid accepted, and it looks like he could be on the way to the east of London. The other one, which I'm more excited about because we've seen him ply his trade in the Premier League, Maxwell Cornet. Played for Burnley. He traditionally a left winger, but he played left back for Burnley. Would that not be a very good signing for us? I think it's only about £15 million deal, something like that. But if he's happy to play at left back and bomb on forward, obviously Masuaku's gone to Besiktas now on loan. That looks like it could be the end of him. Maxwell Cornet could be coming in and fighting Aaron Cresswell for that place in the starting lineup. Obviously, Yarmolenko's gone as well this year. Mark Noble's gone. Ryan Fredericks, David Martin. We have had a few outs, but we have also had a few ins. So it's been a very positive pre-season for us in terms of transfers so far this season. Right, before we get any further, we didn't win the Europa League last year, which is a shame. It is a shame. Frankfurt won it, but we are still in a European competition. We are in the Conference League. Europa Conference League is its full title. We have one qualifying round to get through to get to the group stage, and we could end up travelling to the Faroe Islands to face the first team, which is this team there. A little bit dark, sorry about that, but it is B37 Torsvan. Or if they lose, we could also be playing a Danish side, Viborg FF. Now, you would like to say we would win both of those things, or both of those games. They are over 2 legs. The first leg will take place at the London Stadium on the 18th of August, so that's not long. The next trip will be on August the 25th, which is the away leg. We do have a few people missing. Number one being David Moyes. For that first leg, he did get sent off against Frankfurt for kicking a ball at a ball boy. So he misses the first leg. And UEFA have decided to ban Declan Rice for 2 Europa games for his outburst against the referee. You probably all remember it, where he said, "You've probably been fucking paid. Fucking corruption," when Cresswell got sent off. He wasn't wrong, but UEFA don't like that sort of language banded around. I'm not so sure it was the swearing, it was more the corruption word. But I'd like to say probably a fairly positive draw for us. Okay, it is in the middle of the season, so the first leg 3 days after we play Brighton, the second leg 3 days before we go to Aston Villa. But we've got a bit more squad depth. I don't think these teams are going to be as challenging as what they would do. It is just the travel side of things. And with the 5 substitutes in the Premier League now, I think we'll be all right. And that leads us on to the Premier League, which I would like to say we don't really want to start this week. I know it's all exciting. We are hosts to the champions, Manchester City, who I don't really want to play this season. However, that said, I think we are in prime position to beat them. They have just come off a loss to Liverpool, although that's sort of a glorified friendly in the Community Shield. However, Guardiola doesn't like to lose, so I think they'll be coming out strong. They have the squad depth with the 5 substitutions. I think we're going to see them blow teams away this year. But first game of the season, if we're going to beat them, it's going to be then. We haven't had the best of results in pre-season, but we never do. We tend to turn up. I think positively, as I said, we have bought lots of players, which is really good. Samaka, I think it could be too soon to see him in the starting lineup. I think that's a real trial by fire as you throw him in straight away against Manchester City. Maybe save him from Nottingham Forest the next week. But he might make an appearance. You never know what's going on in the Premier League. A game could go 100 different ways. I'm not confident of a win, if I'm totally honest. I think Man City will come out firing. Erling Haaland leading the line. Obviously, they got Alves as well, who looks like another promising striker. They just have quality for days. So I'm not positive of a good result. I think we will score. That's has to be said. We will score, but I don't think we'll win. But I think most West Ham fans are fairly level-headed with this fixture, knowing that we're playing the current champions who are leagues above anything else. How they haven't won the Champions League, I don't know. I think this is the season they're going to sort of pick up all the trophies. Well, except the Community Shield because they've already lost that, but all the four big ones. And yeah, I think it's going to be an unprecedented season for them. But providing we can give a good showing of ourselves, it's all going to be positive. It's all going to be good, leading into us giving Jesse Lingard's team a kick in next week. Let me know what your opinions are of our new signings and what you think the score is going to be against Manchester City in the comment section below. And until next time, I've been Ian, the Bearded Hammer, and we'll speak to you very, very soon.